uh, excuse me. Was there a horse stuck in the doorway?
Oh my gosh, thank gosh. Yes, could you? I Reem tried to follow me in. Could you please help me?
Eydis, is that you?
Yes.
uh, I kind of. Here's the struggle. First of all, this is fucking funny, and I kind of wanna wait for others to see this. Second of all, I kind of like you, and I don't want you to. I don't want you to be seen by anyone else.
I, that doesn't help me.
There you go.
Oh,
Next time you get in a similar situation, try to kick the horse.
I tried.
Oh,
I. She didn't want to move.
I
Thank you
see.
so much.
She didn't budge. Well, I'm glad I could be your knight in shiny armor.
Uh, I. If that's what you wanted to be, then yes, thank you.
Right, not too shiny. Well, this is a
Well,
warrior
you
in the
could.
fluffy scarf. There we go.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say. Um, don't. Please don't tell anyone else about this.
Oh, don't worry. By the way, do you know that you can easily position the horse
Yes.
like
Normally
this?
I do. Hmm. I just. I was so focused on. I had a bunch of plant fiber seeds. I was just. I was focused on. I was focused on my work.
So you were too focused on your work to save yourself from this sticky situation. Eydis, are you
Um.
aware of the term workaholic?
Well, I did only just start working, so it's not like I've done a lot yet.
I see. I'm not judging you. You know how much respect I have for your brain and all the stuff you do with it. But please, be careful and don't overdo it with all the work. I know that you are a valuable asset to this village and to everyone else, but please, don't get stuck like that again. But if you know, next time you get stuck like in the outhouse and you won't have like food or drinks, and would you like to die like that? No one wants to die like that.
That sounds like a horrible way to die. I promise that I will try to be much more careful.
Thank you. I'd like to believe you, so I will.
Oof, that's probably a bad idea, but thank you.
Well, I'm not known to make any sense or to come up with good ideas, so that's your job.
Um, well, actually, were you going to stay awake for a while today, or right now?
Well, I guess I could for a moment. Not too long, but since I'm already here, might as well. What are you up to?
Oh, well, you still, uh, well, we still
Yes.
need to go adventuring, and but I, if you're not going to be around for a while today, then don't worry about it.
How about tomorrow?
I will. I think that would be perfect, actually.
All right. I'll be around a bit earlier. Much earlier.
I actually will be around earlier as well.
Awesome. But if you want to do any kind of pre-adventuring or anything else, if you want me to accompany you to Twin Falls or something like that for another outfit, I did really like the previous one you tried.
Oh, I do like this one as well.
This one is, of course, very nice. I was talking about that skimpy one. I was very partial to that one.
Oh, okay. It was it was very skimpy, yes. So,
Indeed, you definitely pulled it off better than the disgusting knight with his big ass thunder thighs.
hey, in his defense, I thought it looked just fine.
Maybe if you were blind or severely crippled in the region that processes what is good or bad in terms of people seeing, watching things. I don't really know how this works, okay? Don't ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. You simply started explaining.
It's, it's a kind of effect you have on me. I always feel the need to explain myself. And when someone is literally stupid, that never ends well.
I, well, you're not stupid, and I'm not stupid, so it should be okay.
Oh, that's. I guess that makes sense. Simple math. Although, the current situation might suggest that there are certain areas that, let's just say that the perfection is reachable, hopefully, at some point, but sometimes, in certain areas or departments, we have a long way, and we all need to better ourselves. Even someone as beautiful and amazing as you, as you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Every time I try to be complimentary, you're always like, "Oh, thank you," like like I delivered you a piece of bread, and you were hungry.
How else? Well, just showing you that I appreciate. Um, I suppose that you can see me. So, well, how would you prefer I react?
Actually, I'm glad you asked. I'll show you how I would like you to react. That'll be a good start. Fuck yeah! I got a compliment from Dillien. Okay, maybe
All right.
that's a bit melodramatic, but you get the you get the idea, right?
Yes, I definitely get the idea.
Actually, scratch that. I like the way you say thank you sometimes. It's just like, oh, thank you. It's like so stoic.
Well, thank you, the Dillien. I appreciate your compliment. Is that better?
Yes, that is actually perfect. Could you do that from now on every time I say anything to you?
Um, I'll think about it.
Please do. I'm
I
hooked.
probably won't, though.
Oh, well, maybe like on special occasions, like that special day, like once in a year, on like my birthday.
Uh, are you dropping hints that it's your birthday today?
Oh, no, 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 it's not. But every day when I'm in your presence, it feels like it. Like I was born anew. Right? Well, I tried.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I guess, you're welcome, milady.
Okay. That's not necessary. You don't have to do that.
Alright, well, have it your way. Twerp. Ow.
jerk.
There you go.
Mm, Well, no, seriously, thank you so much for coming to my rescue. I, I don't know why I could not get ring the middle.
Always. Just, if it takes me a bit longer, just scream. Scream as loud as you can and scream for my name. Just like, ah, Dillien! Come to my rescue! And I won't be
Um,
far.
how how did you hear me? Were you already walking to the long hall?
Well, I may have been hitting some trees here and there, like I usually do when I want to spar. And I have no one to spar with, so at least practice my lunges.
I, well, you could have let me know. Um, I wouldn't have minded. I don't mind sparring with you.
Really?
Well, I mean, it irritates me that you always beat me, but that's okay.
Mm. How about we have a little quickie after the inevitable happening, and I'll use my very special sword for you.
Uh,
I swear
uh,
this is not an euphemism. This is just you and me engaging in a friendly physical activity where we will hit each other with our swords for the purpose of training. It is not supposed to be anything sexual or anything weird or inappropriate. I know what you were about to say.
I I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Um, well, uh, the old sparring beach is, well, we can't use it anymore. So
Yeah, it's a bit purple, isn't it? It smells funky.
I would be more concerned about the tentacles, honestly.
Yeah, that loving tentacle embrace. Not for everyone.
Oh, you sound as though you know from personal experience.
Listen, I got lonely one night and I ran out of money and I didn't have any girlfriend and I there was a sea and I saw something shiny. It took me a month to regain my consciousness. It hurt a lot. Listen, I'm a simple man of simple needs, but sometimes there are extraordinary circumstances that force me to satisfy them in a new and unique way, if that is what must be done.
Uh-huh.
I'm
All
also,
right.
I'm also joking, you know.
I are you sure? You sounded very serious.
Listen, to keep up with you, I need to be on my A game, so I'm trying. And also, your sense of humor is very uh, sometimes hard to explain or to process. So I'm trying to show you my way of making jokes. I'm not exactly good at it myself, but just something for inspiration.
Uh, did you just say my jokes are bad?
No, you said that every time you try to make a joke, and then you had to explain that it was a joke. And I told you that it was still amazing and funny, but I just was a bit slow that day. In order for you to make a joke and make me laugh, you need to you need to be very direct, very precise, and it needs to be the lowest form of comedy. Otherwise, I will probably not understand it.
I, well, I guess I thought most of my jokes were the
Yeah. Howdy.
Oh, hello.
How was your nap?
Uh, it was good. Weird dreams, but how was yours?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know the feeling, trust me.
Yes, there were these deranged women talking about uh what a pervert was. So,
Oh, I have no idea what that means.
uh, perhaps I will tell you tomorrow.
Lovely. I certainly have plenty to look forward to.
hmm well, did you still want to spar, or were you going to go to bed?
Oh, come on, like I would ever say no to a spar, even just for a bit. Let's go. I'll show you a spot.
Oh,
This is Silomel. You might remember it from being here like every day.
I suppose I remember it. Yes,
Pretty cool place, isn't it?
it's it's okay. Yes, it's pretty cool.
Could be better, I guess.
Mm. I well, I do like Landigan. It's quite nice.
I like it too, although I do miss snow. I don't really mind the jungle. But I guess now it's filled with corruption and stuff.
Oh, I got to see Starfell yesterday.
How do you? What was it like?
Um, interesting.
West Desert. Look at this. A nice flat spot. No buildings, no people. Just sand. You can leave your bedroll here. And we're ready to go. Do you have a bedroll? Nice.
hmm I don't want to be yelled at by you again, so yes, I try to always have a bedroll.
Please. I would never yell at you. I always bring 3 from now on. 1 for me and 2 for you.
Why two for me? I only need one.
Well, in case you lose the first one I give you.
Oh, your confidence in me is it's not very inspiring.
Well, I'm sorry if I want to keep you safe, okay?
I You should be careful doing that. I have told you. I can keep myself safe.
Well, I'm sure you can, but in case your self keeping yourself ever wants to take a holiday, I'll be there.
All right. I'll
Well,
remember that.
good luck. Don't get hit. Give me a moment, I need to adjust my armor.
Oh,
I have a god mode on. and no sprint too. Wow. What a jerk. Alright, I'm ready. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, Scorpion, get her. Oh,
Well, so much for you protecting me.
you may
Well,
have
so.
vanquished my minion of doom, but now the final boss approaches.
Don't you have to be taller to be a final boss?
Well, I'm tall where it matters. I think you already know that.
Alright. The scorpion is already dead.
Oh, thank you.
It should stop it.
What would I do without you?
Probably hit me.
Probably.
Or actually, you would probably be hitting another person.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just, I don't know. Never mind.
Are you sure?
Uh, uh, well, I just feel as though you should have knocked me down by now. And
I'm using a practice sword. What I'm trying to show you is that you can trade with me, knowing that I will not actually do any harm to you, means that you can open yourself up to retaliation, and your weapon will always outtrade mine, even if I would be using an actual sword. Don't be afraid. I know that I am hard to hit because I'm very good at evading, but there are still situations where you will always find a way to do damage. Remember the bunny hops, they have a surprising reach. And your sprinting attacks, if you aim them correctly and surprise me, you can do plenty of damage. There we go. Even if you miss 3 or 4 times in a row, you'll get me once. If you wanna do a sprinting attack, you need to charge it further away from me and unleash it once you face me. Like this. There we go, you got me. Nice, even if I roll back. There we go. These combinations that I sometimes do, they are very good and very strong, but I prefer to use them as a counterattack. That means that I want to hit you with these combinations after you attack, not before, because that opens me up. Unless I surprise you. But still, you got me. Nicely done. My lunges are slow, and if you time it correctly, you can always hit me.
so, don't I run into the problem of, well, basically training against the same person? It makes me less erratic or easier to figure out.
If you were an advanced opponent, yes, but you are learning, and I can mimic any fight style that is currently available.
Well, you sure do have a very high opinion of yourself.
Do you want me to show you?
No, that's okay. I No, that's okay.
It's really not that hard. There are basically three fight styles. One of them is you're very active, the other one is you're very passive, and the third one is that you're trying to read your opponent. You're basically being flexible and responding to them. I'm combining all of them, depending on who I'm fighting and also what was my previous strategy, because you never want to be figured out. You always want to keep your opponent guessing. For example, now I will be very passive.
Why do you choose to be very passive now?
Simple. I want you to attack me. I want to focus on counterattacks. And sometimes, when you know that your opponent is stronger and he will outtrade you, it's better to rely on your... not on your toughness, but on your precision. Surprise them. And when they attack you, they will lose a bit of stamina, and you can then chase them and hopefully even stack them. Stack them in your hits. Come on, attack me.
But if that's what you want, shouldn't I be luring you out?
Precisely. But when you two passive opponents meet, the duel is usually very boring, because they will just be looking at each other.
Okay, and if that's the case,
Then you need to attack at least once, or at least fake the attack to bait them. See what I'm doing? Simple, fast counterattacks. Hit and run. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorite jabby jabs, I call them.
You call them jobby jobs?
Yes. Jabby jabs, you know, you jab them and you do a jabby jab. It's like the stabby stab. You know?
You called me weird.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm very creative with my naming schemes. Your Majesty.
That, actually, we're on Camelot lands, don't,
Well, exactly.
might not joke like that.
You know, in case anyone's asking, you're the Duchess of, and I'm the, Duke of... That's how they talk, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, right.
You have the Duke and Duchess part right, but I think they would have made up some, weird sounding name.
Gotcha. Well, now you saw my passive style, now I will show you my active style. Relentless pressure.
Oh, yield.
Sorry about that. Relentless pressure. Basically, the main point is to make sure that your opponent runs out of breath sooner than you. When you're pressuring someone like this, the most difficult part is to balance that equation. It is very consuming, and you will be open to a lot of counterattacks. But against certain opponents who tend to get nervous, it is a very viable strategy, because if you pressure someone, especially like an archer or a mage, that's sometimes the best bet to win. But against certain opponents, it is simply not viable, and with certain weapons.
You know, I don't really think you give yourself enough credit.
For what?
Well, you're always saying, uh, well, you always seem to insinuate how stupid you are, or I guess how, I don't, that sounds mean. I'm not sure if that's how you actually intend it, but that's how it
No, no,
comes
no.
across.
I get it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound too self. What's the word for it? I don't mean to be so
No,
down on myself all the time. It's just that all I know is fighting, and I'm not as versatile as you or as others. And I feel like
well,
sometimes. Never mind.
no, continue. You feel like what?
Oh, it's not important.
It is important.
Alright, you make me dumb because I get nervous in your presence because I don't want to say anything stupid that will push you away. There, happy. Ow. Ow.
Yes. Hopefully that tactic worked.
Oh, you jerk. You paid attention last time when I told you that your opponent is most vulnerable when they're running their fucking mouth. Ow.
Uh, what I wanted to say.
And now you're just baiting me. That's a very good strategy too.
Um, sorry. What I wanted to say was that you don't give yourself enough credit because, well, you were very um eloquent. Everything you said made sense, and uh, well, all of this is, well, it's information I don't know. I'm not a fighter, so
Well, I appreciate it. You're a good student. And I was also taught by others and myself. So it's kind of, it's not really, being smart. It's just, I paid attention to survive. I did what I had to. Self preservation, perhaps.
but you enjoy it.
Oh, well, yeah, kind of. Guilty as charged.
So, well, that's good. You enjoy something and you're good at it. So,
You're good at it
you
too.
can stand. Uh, Thank you for lying to me.
Considering you just started, you're so much better than most of my other students.
Oh, how many students have you had?
Well, plenty. I had for both of them when I was trying to get here.
Oh, so everyone you were traveling with learned from you.
Basically. Even the fighters that are not directly my students. We still learn from each other. But yeah, I had plenty of people I was responsible for. Friends and their friends who relied on me.
Uh, well, can I ask who Bridget is?
Bridget?
Or you said someone's name. It started with a B. Well, I was just wondering who they were.
There was plenty of people.
No, this one you called by name.
Are you sure? Sorry. I don't remember it. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, I shouldn't talk while fighting. Uh,
It is a bad habit, but it is also very convenient. You know, when else are you supposed to talk?
mhm. Um, well, did did I need to start walking you back to the village?
One more match.
All right.
We did some practice. Now, you must face your final boss. You must defeat my practice sword. Good luck.
Good luck.
I taught you about the different styles. I cannot really win if I just train with you. So I will rely on precision and I will... Basically, I cannot get hit by you, but I always need to hit you back. One thing to remember. Your shield is currently just weighing you down. Even if you use it and you will actually block me, it's just making you look pretty. And it makes your hits less threatening.
Does it do that because it makes me look pretty, or does it do that because...
Try to sometimes do all the available hits that you have with your current sword, with and without a shield. You will notice a certain difference. The open arm allows you to be a bit more flexible, a bit more precise. Oh, that was very bold. Just kick me like that. I like it. Notice you're already doing so much better than doing our first matchup. Nice. Very nice. Your dodges got so much better. You're no longer panic rolling. You do them when you have to not get stuck in my hits. Nice. That was perfect. The timing and the position. You're getting the hang of it. lot of stamina, but you're running away from me. That is something you will eventually learn when your opponent is out of breath. That's your best time to attack. Good fight.
Yes. So is when I hit you, is that basically the same as you hitting me with the practice sword?
Try it. I'm ready. Give me your best shot.
Is that really
aim for
what
the
you want to
balls.
protect?
Well, I would still rather have my eyes than my balls. Ow. Ow.
Wow, okay. I don't know what to do with that information.
Listen, I would rather see than multiply. Multiply.
All right. I suppose those are good priorities.
Thank you.
So, really what I was asking is when I use my sword against you, it almost seems as though it does similar damage that the practice sword does to me. I'm just noticing how weak I am, that's all.
I see.
Thank you. That was helpful.
You're welcome. The next time we train, I will require to use your Drollbane. If you want to get better at certain weapons, you also need to learn how your opponent fights. And in order for you to figure out the weak spots of your opponents, you need to learn the weapons they are using. And once you master them, at least in the basics, that will allow you to get even better with your primary weapon. That is why I know how to use every weapon that is currently available, at least to a decent degree, so that I never get surprised, and I always know how to help those who struggle against certain weapons or combinations. Once you learn enough of them, you will easily master the rest, because there are certain fundamentals, certain basics that apply to all of them, like certain attacks are faster, certain attacks are slower, certain attacks have bigger reach, others are more useless and you never want to use them.
Okay.
Like, for example, this one. Nope, does a lot of damage, but notice how freaking slow I am. This one, however, is much faster. See? Yeah! Sorry. And now? Notice how I sometimes combine my attacks with just immediate dodge. That is because a lot of opponents will immediately counterattack you, or try, and this way you can avoid them. I use it a lot with my bunny hops. Like this. I switch the sides. I roll to always keep my opponent guessing. It is a very sly move because it allows you to hit and not get hit back. But if you predict just right like you did now, you can still figure out where your opponent will land. The one thing you need to keep in mind, of course, is that any kind of dodging or rolling will consume a lot of stamina. Nice.
Hail.
Alright, good fight.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being an awesome student.
All right. Oh,
Yes. There we go.
well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Wait, no, that's not good enough.
Oh, well, I can't help you because that's all I've got.
Sorry. Ow! There we go.
Screw.
Now we're talking. Oh, I like how you immediately grab your sword and shield and we're ready to scrap again.
Well, you did just call me a twerp. I have
Well,
to be ready to defend
well.
my honor.
For moments like this, when someone wants to defend their honor, I use the spear. Or as I call it, the remover of willingness to live.
Yeah, that's a sphere. Ow!
Something wrong?
I hate spheres.
Oh, how surprising. Everyone seems to say that. Do you know why everyone hates spears?
Why?
Why don't you tell me?
Because it's got such wide reach. Ah, and yours is poison. I think it's how quickly you can still move holding that unwieldy weapon.
You have to, because if you don't, you will lose. Spear is actually very, very bad. If you trade with someone, and if you're not careful, you will easily be overpowered. It is a weapon that only relies on the reach. That's why you always need to get as close to me as possible. You always need to keep basically no distance between us. That is something that I will always try to do. If I don't have distance, I cannot apply my reach. See? Even attacking you
So
when I'm directly in front of you is much harder for me than attacking you from distance.
So it's a case that it's better for me if I can get past the tip of your spear and
Exactly. Whenever I am fighting against spear, I always try to get as close as possible, and I rely on knowing where my bunny hop will land. And I always try my hardest to just... Whenever I'm fighting a spearman, I don't actually roll away from them. I roll more closer to them, and I chase them. And I know that they will run away from me, and I try to catch them again and again. Feel free to heal.
oh no, I Okay, thank you.
Spear is very difficult to master because unless you're extremely precise, it is useless in your hands. Even regardless whether it's poisonous or not. Spear is best used in a scenario where you need to pin someone. For example, 2v1. When you have a friend who supports you with a spear, your job will be so much easier. See, simple hits like that will annoy your opponent, and if your friend has like an axe or a sword, they can easily finish them.
Ow.
Spear is also very, very consuming when it comes to energy. That's why you often see me just walking instead of sprinting, because I simply don't have enough energy to invest. You should heal. but that's enough for now. You're in the bow.
Thank you. I really appreciate all the help.
You're welcome. I'm just giving you a little taste of what is there to learn, and perhaps if one of those weapons that I'm using appeals to you, I can teach you the basics. Do you like the idea of wielding a cool two-handed sword? Or would you like to chase your opponents with a mighty trident and poison their asses? Or do you want to stick with the good old, easy to learn, difficult to master sword/axe? Or is it the most versatile weapon there is? The one-handed sword. The one that allows you to be fast, mobile, but also devastating when you know where to hit and when to hit. There are also daggers, hammers, katanas. I never use katanas because fuck katanas and anyone who uses them. I don't like fighting against hammers, so I don't really use hammers for the same reason.
Wait, aren't you leaving yourself open then? You were just going on about how you were a better warrior because you could use all of those weapons.
The thing about katanas, I faced a lot of enemies who use them, and I probably have a decent idea on how to use them myself, but I despise that weapon, and I always win against it because I figured out a way how to always defeat it.
Alright. So, well, how do you defeat a katana user then?
Like this. Let them attack you. Keep your distance. And just bunny hop against them. Never get hit. Always respect the reach of the katana and the area that it can cover. And if you're careful, and if you rely on a simple, precision-based bunny hopping, you will always win. You can do a similar strategy with the one-handed sword too, but that one will most likely get you a bit hurt. It would also probably be possible with the poisonous spear. That one has a good reach too.
So, why do you not like hammers?
I do not like hammers because they always mess me up. I like to win without ever getting hit. And against hammers it's very difficult for me. They have the biggest reach there is, even longer than the spear, or at least similar. But the fact that it covers so much ground, and in skilled hands it can be extremely fast and hard to avoid, that makes it very difficult. And certain hits are so powerful that it will literally knock you out in like 2 or 3 hits if you're not careful. I don't like hammers.
Did you just tell me your weakness?
Yes, I did. If you want to defeat me, use a hammer. Or poisonous daggers, and be extremely passive with them. I would also probably not do well against a very good spearman. But against anyone else, I like my chances.
So, why a passive method with daggers?
I like attacking. I like to be active. I like to chase, or I like to be versatile. Whenever I'm fighting against dagger users, who simply hit and run, who always try to annoy me, that's when I start losing my composure, and I kind of try to chase them. And if they're smart and if they're careful, they can use it against me. Or at least that's how I used to be when I was losing against them the most. Over the past few months, I became a bit better, a bit more composed. I haven't fought against daggers in a long time. Not a lot of people use them these days. I can teach you. They're still viable and fun to use.
Sure. Yes, I think I would like to learn to use a second. Daggers.
It's always good to have a variety in your arsenal. You never know when you will face someone who, no matter what you will do, you will simply never be better against them. But if you have another weapon to rely on, you can surprise them.
I wonder how long it'll take me to actually defeat you.
Not too long. The more opponents you add to the equation, the less of a threat I will be. I am a duelist. I rely on precision. That means that if we are fighting in the environment where there is very little distractions, like this region or this area, and when it's just 1v1, I can become very hard to defeat. But if you put me into a situation where I fight next to a big ass building, or if I'm fighting in a 2v2 or 3v3, or in like a melee, I just hate my life and I don't do well.
So, did you not ever attend um, the sparring matches? King Eigel, um, he, we were supposed to be sparring like 2-on-2 or 3v3. Did you never? You never did those?
No, I did not. Those happened way too late for me. I could never stick around for this long. And I also don't much care about fort battles or situations where you have mages freaking shooting magic at you from all sorts of angles, and when the air is just so freaking dense and difficult to breathe that no matter what you do, you just look confused, and it just feels like you get hit from all sorts of weird angles, and your opponent isn't even there, and then he suddenly appears behind you. That's no fun for me. But I would of course die gladly, fulfilling my duty. But I can also just guard the village and wait for my opportunity to utilize my skills in the situation where I will be able to use them to their fullest extent, instead of wasting my life in a battle where I will barely be of any help. I also don't heal, and I don't use any potions or foods that would make me stronger than I have to be. I rely on my natural strength. And bandages. They suck balls, but, well, they do the trick. I hate drinking these stupid potions. That's why I don't do well in these group matches.
Why do you not like drinking the potions?
I don't like the taste. I like food. And actual drinks.
Oh, well there are a couple things that you could eat that might just provide you with, I suppose extra vitality or
Nah,
extra.
fuck that. I'm already strong enough. Trust me. I don't need to become any stronger. It is
I
it is discouraging fighting against someone who knows they can never defeat you, and when you actually make yourself even more undefeatable, then that's no fun for anyone. I like to give my opponents a chance to win, always. Because I like the challenge. That's why I fight.
With or without potions, I still haven't beaten you yet, so...
You'll get there. With this attitude, you'll defeat me in a few weeks. And as I said, if you had a very good partner on your team, and I had someone of your skill, you would do so much better. Trust me.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because my skills get worse the more opponents are on the battlefield. Yours, they would only scale up or remain the same.
How would you know?
Well, I know myself and I can read you like a freaking book. I know what I can expect from you.
Hmm. I should become more unpredictable then, because, well, I don't want you ever knowing what you're going to get out of me.
Oh. Well, as your opponent and as your sparring partner, I would say yes. As someone who likes you, I would say yes too, because I want you to be as strong as possible and achieve all your goals. But as someone who really, really likes you, we should go. It's getting late.
Oh, are you not going to finish what you were going to say to me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll ask you again. You know, I'll just ask you tomorrow.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was under the water.
It's alright. I'll just ask again tomorrow.
Sorry, I just noticed this guy has a like a water jug. I don't know.
Yes? How many times have you walked past that and never noticed?
I don't know. This is gonna sound a bit
Oh.
weird, but sometimes I notice weird things, and I'm like, when I actually saw him, I was like, is he holding his own kidney? Or like liver? It just looked like one of his organs. Never mind.
Or his stomach,
Yeah,
possibly, right?
Probably. Sorry. At least I didn't get stuck in a house and my horse didn't block the door.
I don't know what you're talking about. That
Right,
never
right.
happened.
Just a hypothetical scenario.
Hey, don't tell people that.
I would never. These birds freak me out.
Why?
I don't know, they're yellow and weird. Like oversized fucking chicken.
I wonder if they taste like chicken.
There is only one way to figure out the answer to that question.
So, well, you should make sure the Jarl is okay with that. I think those are his.
Right.
Hello.
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 I Eydis, I'll leave you to these fine people. You have a good one. Bye bye.
Oh, you too. I will see you tomorrow. Hope, maybe.
Oh, well, we'll see. I'll try to make it for another sparring lesson where I will teach you the weapon that you wanted to learn. Of course, that's what we were doing. Bye.
Not.
What the heck is that? Oh, but I see. Okay.